Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on one of the most iconic pieces in American numismatics, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel. Specifically, we'll be exploring the top 10 ultra-rare Jefferson Nickels that hold immense value in today's market. So, if you're a collector or just curious about coins, stick around as we unveil their market values, interesting facts, and why they are so sought after. Let's get started. First up, the 1944 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a large S mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, this coin's history and market value might surprise you. First, let's take a quick look at the Jefferson Nickel itself. The nickel was introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. This design has undergone various changes over the years, but the essence remains the same. Now, let's focus on the year 1944. During this time, the US was still in World War II, which heavily influenced coin production. The large S mint mark on the 1944 nickel indicates it was produced at the San Francisco Mint. In contrast to other years, the 1944 nickel had a unique production run, which makes it an intriguing item for collectors. What makes the 1944 nickel particularly special is its large S mint mark. This mint mark is larger and more pronounced compared to those found on nickels from other years, making it a distinct feature. The large S was used only for a few issues, adding to its rarity. The 1944 Jefferson nickel can be found in various grades, but today we're focusing on the extra fine condition. Coins in this grade show minor wear but still retain a lot of detail. To determine the grade, collectors will look for the sharpness of the design, the smoothness of the surface, and any noticeable marks. An extra fine 1944 large S nickel is considered to be in excellent condition and is sought after by collectors. So, what's the value of a 1944 Monticello Jefferson Nickel in extra fine condition? As of today, you can expect to see prices ranging from $350,000 depending on the specifics of the coin and the current market demand. However, in certain auctions, well-preserved specimens can fetch even higher amounts, sometimes exceeding $540,000. It's essential to stay updated with market trends, as prices can fluctuate based on collector interest and the overall economy. If you're interested in buying or selling a 1944 large S nickel, there are numerous options available. Coin shows and local dealers are excellent places to start. Online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auction sites can also provide a marketplace for collectors. Always remember to do your research and verify the credibility of the seller to ensure you're getting a fair deal. For those looking to start their collection or expand it, here are a few tips. First, educate yourself about the different types of coins and their history. Join online forums or local coin clubs to connect with other collectors. Additionally, invest in proper storage materials like coin holders or albums to protect your coins from damage. In conclusion, the 1944 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a large S mint mark is not just a piece of currency, it's a slice of American history and a valuable addition to any collection. Whether you're looking to invest or simply appreciate its artistry, this nickel is worth exploring. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel, specifically the 1964 D mint mark version in black color shade condition. First, let's discuss what the Monticello Jefferson Nickel is all about. This coin was first issued in 1938 and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse with his home, Monticello, depicted on the reverse. The design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag. The 1964 D mint mark is particularly interesting because it represents the coins minted at the Denver Mint that year. The mint mark D is located just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Now, what do we mean by black color shade condition? Coins can come in various conditions, often classified as uncirculated, extremely fine, or good among others. However, the term black color shade typically refers to coins that have been altered or toned due to environmental factors or improper storage. While this may detract from the value of a coin in pristine condition, collectors often find unique tones appealing for their aesthetic qualities. Each coin tells a story, and the coloring can add character. As of today, the market value for a 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel can vary significantly based on its condition. A typical uncirculated nickel can range from $600,000, while those in more unique conditions, like our black color shade, can be valued at approximately $700,000. However, some auction listings or private sales may command higher prices, especially if collectors are drawn to that specific aesthetic. Keep an eye on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and local coin shows to see current trends and potential buyers. If you happen to come across a 1964D nickel in your collection or at a flea market, here are a few tips on how to assess its condition and care for it. Look for signs of wear, scratches, or toning. Use a magnifying glass to check for any mint errors or unique characteristics that may enhance its value. Additionally, remember to handle your coins with care. Use cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints and store them in acid-free holders or capsules to prevent further toning and damage. In conclusion, the 1964D Monticello Jefferson Nickel in black color shade condition is a unique coin that adds value to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the factors that influence coin value can enhance your collecting experience. Next up, the 1943 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a large S mint mark. So, if you're curious about its history, condition, and market value, stick around. The Jefferson Nickel, introduced in 1938, was designed by the talented Felix Schlag. This coin was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The reverse side features Monticello, Jefferson's beloved Virginia home, symbolizing his deep connection to his country. Now, let's fast forward to 1943. During this year, the United States was heavily involved in World War II. Coin production faced challenges due to metal shortages, leading the mint to experiment with various compositions for different denominations. However, for the Jefferson nickel, the metal composition remained the same as before, a blend of copper and nickel, making it a significant piece from this turbulent time in American history. What makes the 1943 nickel particularly special is its mint mark. The S indicates it was produced at the San Francisco Mint, which was known for producing high-quality coins. In 1943, a unique decision was made to strike these nickels with a large S mint mark, distinguishing them from other years. Now, you might be wondering, what does fine condition mean for a coin like this? A fine condition coin typically shows moderate wear, with most details still visible. The coin might have scratches or discoloration, but it retains its overall design integrity. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the market value. The value of a coin can fluctuate based on several factors, including rarity, demand, and condition. As of today, a 1943 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a large S mint mark in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $300,000, depending on its exact condition and the buyer's interest. However, keep in mind that coins in better condition, like those rated as very fine or extremely fine, can command significantly higher prices, sometimes reaching upwards of $460,000 or more. For example, recently on auction sites, we've seen some collectors pay over $770,000 for high-grade specimens, especially those with exceptional eye appeal. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1943 Jefferson nickel, here are a few tips. Research. Always do your homework. Check recent sales to gauge the current market value. Condition matters. Make sure to evaluate the coin's condition accurately. Consider getting it graded by a professional service if it's in particularly good shape. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1943 Monticello Jefferson Nickel is a fascinating piece of American history that deserves a spot in your collection. Next up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a D mint mark. We'll explore its history, features, current market value, and what collectors look for when it comes to this particular coin. The Jefferson Nickel was first minted in 1938 to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The design features a profile of Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1953 coin holds a special place in this series, particularly because it was minted during a period when the United States was experiencing significant economic changes post-World War II. During the early 1950s, the country was undergoing a transition from wartime economy to consumerism. This transition influenced the designs and production of coins, making each one a little snapshot of its time. Now, let's take a closer look at the 1953 Jefferson Nickel with the D mint mark. The D indicates that this coin was minted in Denver. Coins minted in Denver often have slightly different characteristics compared to those minted in Philadelphia or San Francisco. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of Thomas Jefferson. The year 1953 is located just below his neck. This particular design was created by the famous engraver Felix Schlag. Flipping the coin over, we see the Monticello building, which was Jefferson's Virginia home. The details in the columns and the dome are important for collectors. The condition of the coin greatly affects its value, especially in terms of color, shade, and wear. Speaking of condition, the market categorizes coins based on their grade. The grading scale ranges from good to perfect mint state. The 1953 nickel can be found in several grades, including uncirculated, which showcases its original luster, and various circulated grades that show signs of wear. When discussing color shade, look for coins that retain their original nickel color versus those that have darkened or changed due to oxidation. A well-preserved coin can stand out in any collection. Now, let's talk about market value. As of today, the value of a 1953 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a D mint mark can vary significantly based on its condition. In circulated condition, you might find these coins valued at around $80,000. However, for uncirculated coins in pristine condition, values can soar to $200,000 or more. Recent auction results have shown some exceptional sales, highlighting how certain coins can appreciate over time. Keep an eye on market trends, as prices can fluctuate based on demand and collector interest. For those of you interested in collecting, here are a few tips. Always ensure you have a reliable source for buying and selling your coins. It's essential to know the grading standards and how to properly handle coins to maintain their condition. Use coin flips or holders to protect your collection from wear and tear. And don't forget to join online forums or local clubs to connect with fellow collectors. They can be great resources for sharing knowledge and potential trade opportunities. To sum it up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a D mint mark is a captivating piece for both new and seasoned collectors. Its history, unique design, and variable market value make it an interesting addition to any collection. Next up, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson Nickel, specifically focusing on the ones without a mint mark. If you've ever wondered about their significance, history, and market value, you're in the right place. The Jefferson Nickel was first minted in 1938 and has been a staple in American coinage ever since. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel is notable for a couple of reasons. First, it was minted during a time when the U.S. was experiencing a coin shortage due to the rising cost of silver. In fact, this was the last year the nickel would feature the Monticello design before changes were made in later years. Now, let's talk about the specifics of this coin. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel has a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its diameter is 21.21 mm and it weighs 5 grams. What sets this particular coin apart is the absence of a mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. One unique aspect we want to highlight today is the condition of the coin, specifically those in a yellow color shade. This can occur due to various factors, including tarnishing or wear over the years. Collectors often look for coins in different conditions, and those with distinctive colorations can fetch different prices in the market value. As of today, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark generally has a value ranging from $300,000 in circulated condition. However, in uncirculated or high-grade condition, it can command prices upwards of $400,000. Coins exhibiting unique colorations, like the yellow shade we discussed, can sometimes fetch even higher prices depending on collector interest. Of course, the actual value can vary based on factors like rarity, demand, and the specific coin's condition. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1964 Jefferson Nickel, you have several options. Local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, or auction sites can be great places to start. Make sure to do your research and check recent sales for comparable coins to get a sense of the market. So, there you have it. The 1964 Monticello Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark is a coin with a rich history and an interesting place in today's market. If you have one of these coins lying around, it might be worth more than just 5 cents. Next up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson Nickel. We'll explore its history, unique features, and what it's worth in today's market, particularly focusing on the version without a mint mark in extra fine condition. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, stick around as we uncover the details of this iconic coin. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by the renowned engraver Felix Schlag. This nickel was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The coin features a profile of Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, the design has seen various changes, particularly during World War II, when the composition was altered to use silver due to metal shortages. However, the 1953 nickel returned to its original composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Now, let's take a closer look at the features of the 1953 nickel. On the obverse, you'll see the word Liberty and the date 1953 above Jefferson's head, with the phrase "In God We Trust" curving around the top. The design is simple yet elegant, reflecting Jefferson's dignified legacy. On the reverse, we have the depiction of Monticello, with Monticello written above it and E pluribus unum below. The details of Monticello are beautifully rendered, showing the building's architectural elements. Collectors particularly appreciate the quality of the strike and the clarity of the design in coins that have been well preserved. The value of the 1953 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition can vary based on several factors, including demand, condition, and market trends. In general, this coin in extra fine condition typically ranges from $250,000. However, prices can go higher if the coin has exceptional eye appeal or if it is sold through reputable auction houses. For example, some auctions have seen similar coins sell for upwards of $500,000 when accompanied by original packaging or certification from reputable grading services. It's important to keep an eye on market trends, as prices can fluctuate based on collector interest. If you're considering adding the 1953 Monticello Jefferson Nickel to your collection, here are some tips. First, always check the condition of the coin. Extra fine condition means that the coin should have clear details, with only minor wear visible. Handle your coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints, and consider storing them in a coin holder or a protective flip to preserve their condition. Next up, the 1978 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of your pocket change, stick around as we explore its history, features, and current market value. The Jefferson Nickel was first minted in 1938 and has gone through several design changes over the decades. The 1978 version features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famed estate in Virginia. This coin was struck in the midst of a fascinating time in American history, reflecting both our nation's values and the artistry of our coinage. On the obverse, you'll see Thomas Jefferson's portrait facing to the left, with the inscription Liberty above and the year 1978 below. On the reverse side, Monticello is prominently displayed, along with the words Monticello e pluribus unum and 5 cents. This design not only pays homage to Jefferson's legacy, but also to the architectural beauty of Monticello itself. Now, when we talk about the 1978 Jefferson Nickel, it's important to note that this specific coin does not have a mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins that carry a mint mark typically come from the Denver or San Francisco mints. The absence of a mint mark can affect a coin's value, so let's delve into that further. Coin collectors use a grading system to evaluate the condition of a coin, which can significantly influence its market value. The 1978 Jefferson Nickel in extra fine condition displays some light wear, but the details are still sharp and the coin retains much of its original luster. This grade indicates that the coin has been well preserved, which is crucial for collectors and investors alike. So what's the current market value for a 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in extra fine condition? As of now, these coins can generally fetch anywhere from $600,000 depending on factors such as demand, the current market trends, and the seller's context. It's important to consult recent sales and auctions for the most accurate pricing. If you're considering adding a 1978 Jefferson nickel to your collection, or if you already have one, here are a few tips. First, always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints or oils that can damage the surface. Store your coins in a cool, dry place, preferably in a coin holder or album designed for preservation. And lastly, keep an eye on the market trends, as values can fluctuate. In summary, the 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a great addition for any coin collector. With its historical significance and aesthetic appeal, it's a piece of American history you can hold in your hand. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel from 1952 without a mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the value of your spare change, stick around as we uncover the details about this classic coin. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, featuring a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel was a departure from the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation before it. The choice of Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, reflects the country's appreciation for its history. Each Jefferson nickel is a little piece of history, but today we're specifically focusing on the 1952 version without a mint mark. But what does that mean? Mint marks are tiny letters that indicate where a coin was minted. For example, a coin with an S mint mark was minted in San Francisco, while a D denotes Denver. The absence of a mint mark on the 1952 nickel means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This detail can significantly impact the coin's rarity and value. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its market value. The 1952 Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is particularly desirable to collectors. But what does extra fine mean? An extra fine coin shows minor wear but retains clear details and sharp features. For our 1952 Jefferson nickel, the Monticello building should be well defined and Jefferson's portrait should have minimal signs of wear. Collectors often look for these qualities when assessing a coin's value, the market value. As of today, the value of an extra fine 1952 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark typically ranges from $200,000. However, prices can fluctuate based on demand and collector interest. Coin in better condition or those that have been certified by grading services can fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching $400,000. It's essential to keep an eye on market trends if you're looking to buy or sell these coins. If you're interested in acquiring or selling a 1952 Jefferson nickel, there are several avenues you can explore. Online marketplaces like eBay or dedicated coin auction sites are great options. Additionally, local coin shops and coin shows often have knowledgeable staff who can help you evaluate your coin. So there you have it. The 1952 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a wonderful addition to any collection, especially in extra fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the history and value of these coins can enhance your collecting experience. Next up, the 1963 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. We'll discuss its history, what makes it unique, its current market value, even if it's in bad condition. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it has undergone several design changes since its inception. The coin features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's famous estate, on the reverse. The 1963 nickel is particularly interesting because it lacks a mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia, the only U.S. mint without a distinguishing mark for coins produced there. To understand the significance of this coin, let's take a moment to reflect on its namesake, Thomas Jefferson. A founding father and the third president of the United States, Jefferson was an advocate for individual liberty and democratic principles. His estate, Monticello, reflects his architectural vision and agricultural practices. Now, let's discuss the specifics of the 1963 Jefferson Nickel. It has a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a distinctive metallic feel. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 and weighs 5 grams. However, what we're most interested in today is its market value, especially when it's in bad condition. When assessing the value of coins, several factors come into play, such as condition, rarity, demand, and market trends. The grading system is crucial in this context. Coins in bad condition typically refer to those graded as good or fair. These coins show significant wear and may have scratches, discoloration, or other damages. The grading scale runs from poor to mint state with several grades in between, such as good, very good, fine, and very fine. A 1963 Jefferson Nickel in poor to fair condition can typically fetch anywhere from $290,000, depending on the market. As of 2024, the market for coins has seen fluctuations based on collector interest and economic conditions. Jefferson Nickels are quite common, which impacts their overall value. However, even coins in less than ideal condition can still hold value due to their historical significance and collectability. It's also important to note that there are other variations of the Jefferson Nickel that can be much more valuable, such as the 1939D, which is rare and can sell for hundreds of dollars. But today we're focusing specifically on the 1963 without a mint mark. So, if you find a 1963 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark in your collection or pocket change, don't overlook it. While it may not make you rich, it's a wonderful piece of American history that tells a story all its own. If you're considering selling or trading it, remember that condition and market demand will dictate its value. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. Have you ever come across a 1963 Jefferson Nickel? Share your experience in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.